Probably, yeah, in '04 would be, you know, scared of stepping off a curb just in case my back was gonna go. You know, that was probably a low point. That was the lowest point. Yeah. You know, obviously it was just a setback more than anything. My back wasn't great at the time, but you know, that's sort of 9 years ago now. Now I'm through all the work that I've done, you know, with a guy called John Bowskill from London, back in '04 when I took the sort of whole season off. Just enabled me from the years after that to be able to manage the condition more. You know, I just spent a year in the gym, if you like, and working on core stability exercises, which enabled me just to manage it, like I said. And now, you know, I play every week. You know, sometimes under medication, sometimes I have physio every day, but you know, I feel like there is no problem, you know, type thing. Certainly in the last sort of 4 or 5 years. I don't practice as much as I used to. I don't do anything that might, you know, sort of aggravate the problem. Therefore, I can sort of keep it at bay.
Michael, second.
Yeah, just looking at the round, I mean, you were down 2 shots coming in. Did you see that as very doable right away after having that opening birdie? And as you came into the back nine, you missed that short putt, that birdie putt, I mean, but then you bounced back. I mean, maybe talk a little bit about going down the stretch.
Yeah, I hit 2 great shots onto the 10th green, and 3 putted. I hit a good first putt, just ran on a little bit, and then just didn't hit a good second putt. Like you said, the 11th I played really well and hit it close and thought, right, well, you know, we're close again, we'll make this one, we need to make this one. So, you know, when I did hit it dead centre, I played, you know, a pretty good shot into 12. It didn't quite run down the bank. Good solid par there. The 13th hit a good shot on the fairway. It's, you know, a decent shot to the middle of the green. We were slightly under clubbed on. It was a funny yardage in between clubs, so I hit a hard 9-iron, which meant that the chances were it would have gone slightly left, which it did. The flag was on the right. It hit a good putt. And 14, I hit a big drive down 14, which carried the bunker on the left, but was still in the rough. A great shot onto the green to about 20 feet and hold an awesome putt. And then coming down 15, hit a good 9-iron just left of the flag and made the putt from about 15 feet. And then I didn't know exactly where I was at that point. I just thought, just try and make as many birdies as I can coming in. I played 16 well. I hit a great tee shot onto the fairway. Good 6-iron down the flag. Didn't quite get as good a contact as I wanted, which meant it didn't quite get up the slope. 2 good putts, then on to 17, great tee shot. I can't remember what I did after that. Yeah, great tee shot onto the fairway, and then I hit a great rescue onto the, just right at the flag. I was trying to draw it in, it stayed out there. 2 good putts and on to 18. Pulled my tee shot slightly, but lie wasn't great, but played a great recovery into perfect position. The wedge I had didn't quite go as far as I wanted it to, and then, you know, you saw what happened after that. But in the end, it was enough to win.
Steve.
Where were you when those last 2 guys were putting? Watching on TV in the scores? Is that where you were?
Yeah, I was watching in the scores. Yeah.
Were you actually watching, or
yeah,
did you have your eyes closed, or were you so upset with yourself about opening the door? Or what was that scenario like?
Yeah, I was ready to punch something, but I didn't. You know, I wasn't happy with myself at that point, thinking. But then I had to compose myself because, you know, the chances were that one of them, if not both of the guys, would hold the putts, which I thought they would. I was in my mind. I just thought, well, it's playoff, you know, and you're gonna have to redeem yourself there. So I just thought that's all I thought, you know. And both putts didn't go in, you know, so it was my day.
Martin.
Jamie, there's a long way to go before the Ryder Cup next year, but on the back of 2 big wins in the space of a year, less than a year, you must think you're a strong contender for that?
Yeah, it's a dream of mine. You know, we've got a long way to go. I just need to keep playing the golf that I played this week and last year and the years before. So you know, the game's obviously very good at the moment. It's a long way away, but I would absolutely love to play in the Ryder Cup.
Kevin, front row.
Jamie, it's probably fair to say that yours wasn't the name that we were expecting to see etched on the pot, especially given the Dode, McIlroy and Woods to turn up at these events. But what did it feel like skipping onto the ceremony at the end to give your speech? What were you thinking about then?
Yeah, it's not properly sunk in, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I felt so relaxed all day that it didn't feel. I just felt very calm. So yeah, I just played great golf all day, all week, and to win in this field just makes it feel extra special. Yeah, you know, obviously the lads, you know, some of the top names didn't make the cut, but they were here, and it made it a very, you know, big grand tournament with a tough field, and it's a brutally hard golf course. So it just makes it all the more special for me.
John.
Jamie, 2 quick questions. Yeah, you probably know how many events you played since the Irish Open.
Hi.
How many events you played since the Irish Open?
Yeah, I probably don't. I probably don't know actually.
14.
14 is it?
6 months and 14.
Not
Okay.
such a quick question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
14.
Second-
14 is.
Second question is,
We'll go with 14.
the manager, you talk about the work in the gym and all the rest of it, and the managing the problems. Can you give us an idea of how long it takes for you to do that? Do you have to have a program in the gym every day, which might be special to you rather than the sort of stuff that everybody else does?
The work I did back then in sort of 04 was, I just did a hell of a lot of gym work for a year. Now I don't do that much, to be honest with you, like none. But I'll do a lot of physio. I'll get massages before and after I play, but without doing the work initially back then you know, I wouldn't be here playing. I wouldn't have carried on playing. It was just really bad, the condition then. But through, you know, sort of fault of my own really, I'd practice ridiculously long hours to a point where I wouldn't stretch afterwards or before. I'd just waltz onto the practice ground and just stay there all day hitting balls. To which, doing that for years and years on end, you're gonna have some sort of injury, which it flared up because of all the practice really. So once I'd got over the hurdle of stabilising everything, I was in a position then to, like I said before, to manage the problem, which I do through physio, and staying flexible and loose more than now spending hours in the gym.
Mark.
I think I'm right in remembering, Jamie, that one of the previous doctors you saw told you probably might not play again, perhaps should not play again, isn't it?
Yeah, one said don't play yet, so we soon went to see somebody else.
Not the right answer.
Between one and the other, what were you thinking?
Well, to be honest, you know, like, as soon as somebody says that, you just go and see somebody else. Yeah, you know, I couldn't hear that. That wasn't what I wanted to hear. You know, the guy that I did go and see, John Bowskill, sort of said, right, you just need to do a shed load of exercises, core stability exercises. It's a bit like riding a bike, really. Once you've done them all for so long, you know, you're training balance muscles that you never had before. They seem to just stay. It's like riding a bike. You know, once you're able to do the exercises, you might not be able to do the same, you know, level of exercise that you were doing, but you can still do the individual exercises through having done them all before. You know, I haven't done any for quite a while. I think, you know, there will become a point where I actually probably need to start doing them again. But at the moment, it's not broke, so I'm not trying to fix it.
Deborah.
Jamie, congratulations. My
Thank
memory
you.
serves me correctly, Nick, your caddy, his first time on your bag was in Port Rush, is
Yeah,
that right? And
yeah.
he's been a great help to you, obviously.
Yeah, he's been great. You know, first week on the bag win. We had a great sort of end of the year after that. and you know, obviously we've won again now, so yeah, he'll probably be hammered by now.
Catching up to do, don't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah. I'm looking forward to my first cold one.
Where are you playing next?
Dubai. I'm not playing Qatar. I wasn't originally going to play Qatar. My best finish there is about 60th, so it comes to a point where you have to say, no, we don't go there anymore.
Jamie, many congratulations again. Enjoy the celebration.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you.